we like that because that means there's more hotel money being spent, right? So when that A380 gets here, there are 34 hotel rooms every night downtown because the crew stay here. There's 34 crew on board. And then they buy all that fuel. And then they rent an office from us. And then we have, when you fly out on that flight, you're waiting in the bar, right? You're having a drink. Every time you buy a glass of wine, you get a little bit of that. Or the coffee, right? And you parked your car to drop your relatives off for their flight. We got the big revenue from that.
That's $8.
That's a bit more than $8.
I don't like my relatives that much. $8.
But it's, we are the largest commercial parking operator in the country. So we have over 20,000 parking spots. And that's how we start making our money back, including the landing fees and the rentals and the portion of all that stuff that's being spent, so we can pay down that $5.5 billion that we have. So it's actually not because Doug and I want to be rich guys. We're not going to be rich working here. We're doing okay. It's a good job. They look after us. But if we want to make, they say the best way to make money in the airline, the best way to make $1 million in the airline industry is to spend $1 billion. Okay? So you're never going to make money. The airlines want to make money. They want to be as efficient as they can. I'm going to tell you one more cool thing. So you see a couple of Dreamliners over there. One of them's even got the engine cowling open. You just saw that Egypt Air as we drove by.
Right.
The Egypt Air is a Boeing 777-300. It's a big plane. Air Canada carries 458 passengers on that. What's really cool about that, the 777, so look at the size of the engine. They're similar to the Boeing 787 engine, but they're bigger. They're $25 million each. Do you see what I'm talking about over here where Egypt Air is? So there's two of those big powerful engines. The diameter of that engine is exactly the same as this airplane coming in towards us here, this Embraer. Okay? Now you're not believing me, are you? Because it looks like it's different. I'm not talking about the engine of the Embraer. I'm talking about the body of the Embraer. So the diameter of that plane, it's 2 and 2 seating like this bus. The fuselage is the same diameter as the engine. Now we've got another 777 coming in on our right. So that pilot is talking to ground control and going to switch in and talk to apron. The Embraer here is already talking to apron. And then on our right-hand side again, we've got a brand new Air Canada Airbus 321 in their new, actually the aircraft's not so new, but it's in their new colors. So that's pretty cool to see as well. But what we're going to do is we're just going to turn around on the other side of this Airbus 321 and then make our way back because we got to get back. I know some of you want to stay here all day. And if you stick around at 1:30, have another tour. If we have somebody who doesn't show up, you can maybe get a seat on that. Straight ahead of us, we're going to just turn around up here, but straight ahead of us, you've got Korean Air with a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, and next to that is Etihad Airways with a Boeing 777. So they're all competing with each other for the traffic to India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. Right? And Saudi, you saw land. Saudi's going to turn around and go out at 12:45. Egypt Air is going to go out at 12:45. Korean Air is going to go out at 12:45. And then Etihad goes like 2:30, 3 o'clock, something like that. So that's Terminal 3 behind us. This is Terminal 1. We're spending a lot of money renovating Terminal 3 to try and get it up to snuff because it's a bit of an older building. And we're going to try and do it so that we can put more flights on there, get more capacity, eventually maybe get the A380 on there. And if you look far across the field, I see big, bright, flashing red lights. That's the Boeing 787 that just landed on runway 23. So now it's starting to get busier. It's time for us to go. Sorry. Any questions? Sorry?
I didn't realize the landing fees and
Oh, sorry, just a second.
I didn't realize the landing fees and whatnot were so expensive here. How do budget airlines like Sunwing are able to land here?
So what you said was expensive. That's based on the size of the aircraft. Okay, so the what's called the maximum takeoff weight of the aircraft. So the incentive is for the airlines to fill it up. So they're paying the same whether it's empty or not. But in this case with Sunwing Boeing 737-800, it's a smaller plane. It doesn't pay $14,000, okay? But that's essentially what we're trying to do is make it so that we're on par with other airports. So the airlines are going to compare us to other airports. Although Air Canada wants to operate here, obviously, they're going to still say, well, hey, Toronto, how come you're charging this and Montreal and charges that? We're going to move all our stuff to Montreal and do all our connections through there. So we had to negotiate with them to make sure that it's a reasonable cost. And then we also charge you $25 as a passenger, but you'll get that on your ticket just as you would at any other airport nowadays. So gradually, this comes to help us pay down our debt. We made 1.2 billion in revenue last year, but most of that, as you can see, are the costs. The fire department, the police department, the safety staff, the wildlife, the bridges, the terminals, the structures, all of that costs money to operate. And customs changes, they want new walls put up, we pay for that, right? On the far right-hand side, we've got the de-icing facility. We also pay for that. There's 200 staff work for us that handle the de-icing. Each of those yellow trucks houses between $5,000 and $10,000 worth of fluid. And the airlines pay for that when they fly out, so you're getting it out of your ticket. So when Emirates departs here in the winter, 6 of those trucks, $60,000 worth of fluid, right? But they don't charge any more in the winter than they do in the summer, so they've got to figure out a way to balance that. So it's a big industry, lots of things happening to make it work. I think, are we going to be good here? Oh, you got it. Okay. I think we So even though it's not very busy right now, it's busy. It's cool, right? Any more questions? Behind us, that area where it says Sky Service and WestJet, so that's a hangar. We've got several hangars on site. The Sky Service hangar is where they do some maintenance on some private jets, and there's also, the movie stars come in with their aircraft, and they're in here for TIFF, or the